So what is up, everybody? I'm still at work, but I'm about to show you how to put a Jordan Distributors incorporated push start in your EG DC chassis. Let's go. So the instructions look pretty straightforward. I looked at their video that they did on it. It's a short, it's like 5 minutes and 5.5 minutes long. It looks super easy, and you've only got, as far as wiring goes, other than plug and play wiring, you've got one wire to tie into the brake pedal switch, and then the ground wire. So these four little switches right here on their control unit, their manual explains it a little better than I'm going to, but it basically, the up position, how it comes, is kind of normal, and the down position is more so if you like actually want to customize it. They're all set in the up, so that's where I'm going to leave them. As far as packaging goes, I couldn't contain myself. I mean, as far as contents of the box, it's pretty simple. This is your plug that'll tie into your brake pedal switch. This is your factory ignition, cylinder plugs, and your ground, the control unit, your antenna, and your push button. And it really is that simple. I'm going to put it where the lock cylinder is. I don't care about my steering wheel lock, or steering column lock, whatever. So I don't necessarily care about that. So I'm going to take the lock cylinder out. They show you how to do all of that, so I really don't have to show you. I'm going to show you if I can figure out a way to put this up there and mount it to where you can see it. But they do it super quick. They kind of go through the meat of it, and that's about it. So I mean, if you want to see how this is done, you don't necessarily have to watch me put it on that, but you know, I'd like you to. So yep, let's do it. The first thing we're gonna do is take this lower piece off, take the plastics off the steering column, and start disconnecting the ignition switch. So you've got one right here, one right there, and I think that's it. Come on, being a hoer. So I lied. There's another one right here. And I started yanking and I was like, there's probably not a screw under here. Yeah, there is.
Can we keep it in the light? And still, nope, that's not gonna work. How the fuck does this thing come out? Well, that's interesting, because I need that bolt out. I don't remember how this comes out.
Oh, like that? Cool. I think I broke something.
No, that was just my toolbox key. We're good. Alright. Now, should just fall right on out there, daggone. Shoot. What is that?
I just found out something was unplugged. Oh. My maintenance reset light. That's cool. I definitely need to plug that back in.
So that's out. Then we've got, I didn't put any screws in this thing because I'm a freaking juvenile. Let's see, there's a screw in that? Nope. Okay.
But I sure as hell did not put any screws in this. Yep, just like that. Comes on out. So they were talking about, I believe, removing this plate right here. I guess these two and that one to reach it a little bit better. So I'm skipping a few steps, but another reason that I'm putting it right here is because, one, they've already, pre-fitted. It's really just push it in there and be done. But also, the plastics are wrong for that column. I don't know what's different. I don't know if the older 94 to 97 column plastics are different. It doesn't really make any sense. But this is off an Integra at the junkyard, and I put it on my column and it doesn't work. So we're gonna slam that guy in there. So what you're gonna do is you're gonna take this and you're gonna bend the tabs back like that right there. Feed her on through here. I did not bend them far enough. Nope. Alright. He really bent them on his video, and I was like, I don't think I have to bend them that much. Yeah, I guess you do. So. Why is this thing not wanting to go in there? There is something seriously wrong with this column plastic, and I don't know why. Okay, well, I guess we're gonna open it up a little bit. Well, you have tools and such. That's also why I'm doing it here. Hey, we're getting there. We're getting there. Getting my button all dirty. Ow. Wish you could have seen that. I just smacked myself right in the damn face. Okay, so it's not quite as pretty as I would like. It moves around a little bit. Maybe I can adjust it a smidge more. Actually get that nice finish. But yeah, so I'm actually going to replace this plastic with something. I know that another one's bound to fit, right? So we're a little off center there, but I think it'll work. Oh, I see what's going on here. So this thing has its own little special groove somewhere. There it is. Yeah, so if you're wondering why you're, whenever you do this, why this isn't lining up properly with this and it looks funky, it's because it's got this little tab right here that I didn't see. And once you get it in that little tab, like that, then you have a nice uniform finish. Yay! Okay, so now that moves around a little bit, so we need to go a little bit further and probably need to bend these out. It's getting dark outside. So I'm going to bend these like an absolute mofo because they don't fit worth a damn, honestly. So now it don't move. Nice. So that's actually what I had to do to it. It looks kind of buggered, but it be what it be. Looks good to me. So there's a little bit better look at how I bent them. Use some needle nose. That way it just adds a little bit of compression to it, and it kind of pushes it against this. It kind of pulls it in instead of just kind of sits there and lets it kind of wiggle around. So I think that looks pretty good. It hangs over just a smidge, but all in all, I'm happy with that. So for this, you're going to need a hammer and a little chisel. Let's see. And we need to get right. Oh no, the switch has already been replaced in this fool, son. That's what. Oh wait, they didn't snap the. Oh, that might snap off as soon as I go to back it out. Let's see. So, let's see. If she snaps off, she's probably going to. Nope. Nice. Well, okay. Normally those 8mm heads are broken off from being tightened and the lock cylinder replaced. But luckily someone didn't break them off, so I actually had a super easy time. Otherwise, you're probably gonna need those. So 310s here, and this and over here. Bing. It can normally just come right on off. Oh. Oh, it's around it. Oh. Okie doke. Ah, get over there. There we go. Alright, well, that is officially loose. So, and by the way, this is an immobilizer car. Well, not immobilizer, but it does have the little antenna for the key, so I'm interested to see how this works, because when I talked to them, they said that it doesn't matter. So we're going to do it and see if it starts. So this is the first time having this panel off, and I just realized there is a whole bunch of tomfoolery up in here. I don't know
what is going on. But we're gonna leave that alone, and in hopes that we don't run into any problems. So the way I understand it, this brown plug right here, I can't really see it, I can't really point at it, but this brown plug right there, this guy, that has to come out, and then there is another brown plug. Oh God, this is a really small space. Somewhere up in here, I think it's that one right there. Yep. So that one and the other one, and then I think this whole guy will just come all the way out. Look at this damn spaghetti. Like, what in the world? I thought this was completely untouched, but I was wrong. So it seems to be an aftermarket either keyless system or something. I don't know what the hell's going on here, but the wires are just kind of chilling. So I'm really hoping that when I take this out, this doesn't do anything weird, because it's like relayed and all that stuff, but I don't have anything power-wise going to the battery for this, and wires are kind of hanging, so I don't know, there's only one way to find out, I guess. Okay, we're upside down. So, if it'll focus, that guy right there, oh God, that guy right there goes right there. See that little hole right there? So this guy clips into that. You gotta take that off, and then there's another one right in here. Where's it at? Nope, never mind. I told you a lie. I think it's just that one. So I've got the log cylinder out. As you can see, she is gone. But all this crap right here, I'm gonna leave just for right now, because I don't know if it's gonna mess with anything. And if it doesn't, then I'm just gonna yank it all the fuck out. But for now, I'm definitely going to make sure that if it does mess with something and it just will not operate with all that crap in here, I'm just going to pull the system back out and I guess sell it to somebody, because I don't know what's going on here. I don't really want to fool with it right now. The car works, so hopefully this video ends on a good note. So on the JDI install video, it looks to be just this orange wire for the EG DC Del Sol chassis. So I did forget my terminal box at home, so I am going to use that little crappy connector for the time being, just for the sake of this video. So basically what you're going to do is you're going to take this little fool right here and you're going to clamp it over the brake switch wire. It's a green and white striped wire. We can find it. So it is like completely shoved up in there. So I'm gonna try and get it out without, cussing and cutting my fingers up. Okay, so I found it. I traced the switch back. To unplug that guy right there is an absolute nightmare. So that green, dark green and white is what you're looking for, and you're going to close this thing over that, and it's got a little spade terminal in it, and you're just going to plug that yellow wire into it, and I'll show you when I'm finished, because there's no way I'm going to be able to do this holding the camera, holding the flashlight, and doing the tools. So yeah, doing the tools. Yeah, I like to do the tools. So yeah, no, this is a real pain in the keister. I'm not even going to lie to you, for real. So okay, so I'll be honest, this is the worst part of this install. This sucks. Like, I'm not lying, man. That sucks so bad. And in the process, I knocked my lead out, so that's cool. I'm gonna have to find that, but
Oh my god, getting that unplugged isn't too bad. Getting that fish back in that tiny ass hole is a nightmare. If you haven't done this sort of thing before, I definitely recommend that you get someone that does, because this is terrible. But the other stuff is pretty smooth sailing, I think. So I'm not going to show you where my antenna is, obviously. That's kind of the whole point. But your brake switch, the two main connectors that go to the fuse box for the ignition, lock cylinder removal, your ground, which reminds me I need to tighten that up. Let's see. Tighten the ground up, and then I've got push button start, and let's see what happens. You got to get your little key. I have already lost mine somewhere. Where did I put it? Oh, there it is. So you little key dude right here. So let's see if she starts up. Oh God. She does not start up. So to show or to demonstrate, basically, I was like, wow, I didn't do something right. It ended up that the antenna was not picking up the key. So if you wire it up right, your brake, clutch mashed in, this is what it looks like. Pretty sweet, right? I think so too. So what I'm guessing is 2 beeps. 2 beeps allows you to start it. 1 beep doesn't do nothing for you. So 2 beeps, you hear an audible click, and the car starts up. Pretty freaking sweet. So I'm going to button everything back up, put my antenna where it needs to go, and then I'll just do one final little, snap while we've got everything back together and cleaned up, because all this garbage over here evidently was not needed, and I don't know what the hell happened to it. So I'm going to get all this cleaned up. And yep. So I was going to show you, I don't do a very good job at this. I don't think about it until I'm editing the video, and then I'm like, man, I should have done that better. So your brake switch wiring is all the way here to the right. Your ignition lock cylinder wiring, which is 2 plugs and this ground. I don't know why it just, that beep is at locking. So, and then you've got the 2 plugs, let me see, so that one right there, and that brown one right here going into the fuse box. So those are plugged up. Your antenna, which is all the way to the left of that little control unit right there, and then your push start, which is on the bottom side, and that's the only one on that side. So after you get that in, the brake switch is plugged in, crimped in, and that little spade terminal is hooked up with that yellow or orange wire. You don't need any of these purple wires, so you can just kind of button those up. I think it's sort of more of a universal application sort of thing. So you can pretty much hook all that, or zip tie that up. You're only using that one orange wire, and as you can see, it works. So I'm pretty stoked about it. So we're gonna button it up real quick and get out of here because it is late as hell. The salesmen have already left, and yeah, I need to get out of here. So. So, it's a couple days later, now that I've got it installed, and funny story, I actually got locked in at work, and I had to call the service manager to let me out. Years ago, I had my GSR, older GSR, like right here, and it was also white GSR like this one, and I thought it would be kind of cool to come back and sit right here for the ending of this video, but I wanted to show you guys the new wheels, 15x8 plus 35 in gloss red, Ray's Scram Lights 57DR, and I absolutely love them. I traded with a buddy of mine for the I almost said Slipstreams. I traded with a buddy of mine for the Rega Masters I had, but now that we've got a little bit of daylight and I don't have to clock in for another 15 minutes, I figured that I would go ahead and shoot this and end the video real quick. So I wanted to show you how it worked. So this guy, it's on clearly. So we'll turn it off, foot on the brake. One click, turns it off. Just like that. And wherever you put your antenna, that locks it. One beep is locked. 2 beeps is unlocked. So clutch in if your clutch works, brake in, 1 press, and she comes alive. So I just wanted to show you that real quick and be like, oh yeah, I got it in, by the way, because I had to leave when I was editing the video last night. I just didn't even make an ending or anything for it. I was like, well, I really need to do that and I need to get this video out. So I really appreciate everyone watching this stuff, liking, subscribing, all that stuff. A lot of people really liked the S10, and where we're at with it right now, we had to remove the Sky Solstice AR5 transmission because it's not going to work in his truck, and opt for a Colorado. So we're having to kind of customize a lot of things, and there's a boundary of where he wants to be with the truck. Minimal cutting, he wants it to basically be a factory 88 truck, and I don't blame him for that. I'm the same way with these cars. I didn't want to go crazy, you know, and cut everything up, hack it up, and make it look like shit. So that's where we are with the S10. I've got some updates, like some video, but we really didn't get too far with the transmission ordeal when we set it back in. We painted the engine bay, so I'll probably put that in the beginning of the next video and kind of mash it all together because I just don't have enough for another video right now. It's kind of, you know, slow pace moving. You know, we've got our buddy Chase welded the mounts in on the subframe, or not on the subframe, but on the frame. Trucks have regular frames. I don't know. So we got the mounts welded on the frame, and we've got it sitting in there and all that stuff, but the trans just isn't going to work. So what can you do? So that stuff's coming soon. I am so sorry to everyone wanting updates on stuff and wanting me to post updates on the other cars and whatever, but now that we're actually kind of slow at work, I think that I'm going to be able to do it a little bit quicker. It's just harder for me to like visualize the content, I guess. I'm just not there as a YouTuber yet. So I'm going to try my hardest. thank you again from the bottom of my heart for giving me a chance at this and watching some of this stuff and us being stupid. So, I love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.